Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jack, and today's class I'm calling Strong and Stretchy Vinyasa Flow. And basically that means that it's going to be a pretty, tempoed vinyasa flow in which we get really juicy and stretchy into the entire body. But at the same time we'll build some heat and get a little sweaty. So let's go ahead and get started in a seated pose. Whatever seated pose works for you. Take the shoulders and bring them up to the ears, and then take the shoulders back and down. Good. Now draw the head back a little bit and close the eyes. Let's take a few breaths together. Big inhale into the belly. Open mouth, exhale, release. Deep inhale into the belly, the side ribs, all the way up into the chest. And open mouth, exhale, let all of the air go. Good, one more of those. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale, release. Very nice. Good, from here, bring the hands to meet at heart center. Perhaps set a simple intention for this class. Something to dedicate this class to, and the kind of work, the effort that you put forth here. When you feel ready, open the eyes. Let's interlace the fingers and just open the palms forward. Open the palms towards me, assuming that you're facing your computer. And then really slowly begin to just reach your hands up and see how far you can go while also pulling your lower ribs in. So try not to splay out through the lower ribs. Know that, we're still super early in class. So if the palms don't open all the way to the ceiling, that's okay. But reach more through the pointer finger knuckle side of the hand and see if you can straighten your arms. Feel that the outer shoulders are trying to wrap forward as the inner shoulders just soften a little bit. Take a few more deep breaths here and feel the length in the side bodies as your hips root down into the mat. Nice. Now on your exhale, grab opposite elbows behind your back and walk the hands as close as you can towards those elbows. So you might have to do a little bit of finagling, and then try to pull your arms apart energetically so that the shoulders draw further onto the back. Nice. Let the left ear fall towards the left shoulder. You can draw the head back a little bit. Keep trying to pull the arms apart. You can turn the chin down towards the left shoulder or roll the chin towards the chest. Nice. And then bring your head back up to neutral and let's switch sides. Let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. And then once again, explore just stretching the entire left side of the neck. So that will mean you got to bring your head forward and back. Try not to be too forceful here. Good, and then undo that. Bring your head back into neutral. And let's come forward into a tabletop pose. So shoulders over the wrists, hips are over the knees. And we're just going to move through some simple cat-cows. So inhale, cow pose, broaden the chest. Exhale, cat pose, chin to the chest, navel in and up. Good. You know the deal here. Go back and forth. And for those of you that, have a consistent practice and you want to explore it with a little bit more of an organic approach, you're welcome to do that. Remember that this is kind of focusing on being a stretchy flow. So that means intuitive. Nice. Now on your next inhale, stay in a cow pose. Keep your knees under your hips. Step your hands a big step forward. Before you melt the chest down, wrap the inner arms forward, and then from there, begin to melt your head down towards the mat. So either the forehead or the chin will rest down onto the floor. But don't let your forearms rest down. Keep resisting the forearms from touching the mat. Give it a few more deep breaths. Nice. Walk your hands back under your shoulders so you're in tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, and press back, downward facing dog. And just begin to pedal your heels out a little bit. Root the finger pads and the knuckles down. The breath is going to be really important today as we move and flow through the postures. So begin to engage the breath. On your next exhale, just begin to slowly walk your feet to meet your hands all the way at the top of the mat. Let's inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, hinge your hips. Bend your knees a little bit. Grab opposite elbows or interlace the hands at the base of the skull. Spread your toes and maybe just sway side to side a little bit as you straighten one leg and the other leg. Nice, let the hands hang down towards the mat. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way above the head. Exhale, bring the hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good, inhale, hands rise. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back, bring the knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head, pause. Capture your right forearm with your left hand and side bend, lateral bend, up and over to your left. Sink the hips a little bit lower here. Good, inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, take the hands down and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Press the tops of the feet down, rise into a little cobra pose. Try to drag yourself forward. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, left knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Capture the left forearm with the right hand and side bend up and over to your right. Take the head back and most importantly, breathe. Good, inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Inhale, reach to the sky as you press to the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back. Bring the knee down. Inhale, reach the hands above the head, different. Exhale, reach the right hand back and the left hand forward for an open arm twist. Pause here, keep the head stacked over your hips. Good, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, all the way to the belly. Press the tops of the feet down, inhale, cobra pose. Squeeze the scapula together. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, left foot in between the hands, right knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Open arm twist to the left, left hand back, right hand forward. Pause here, chin away from chest, shoulders broad. Good, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands down, step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, Arms by the sides. Good. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back. Leg is straight. Full crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Left hand back, right hand forward. Slowly bring the right hand down to the mat. So you're in an open arm twist with the right hand pressing into the floor. Good. Exhale, simply take the left hand down. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, straighten the left leg and fold over that left leg. You can even lift the balls of the toes away from the floor and fully flex the foot. Good. Rebend the left knee. Exhale, step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg high, inhale. Right knee to right tricep, exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Full crescent lunge, inhale, reach the hands above the head. Open arm twist to your right. Right hand back, left hand forward. Descend the left hand down to the mat. Big open arm twist here. Wake up the back left leg. Good. Exhale, right hand down, pause. Inhale, come up onto the fingertips. Exhale, straighten the right leg and fold. Maybe even fully flex the foot and lift the balls of the toes away from the mat. Can you scoop your outer right hip back and in? Good. Bend your right knee. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center. Arms by the sides. Good. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Inhale, full crescent lunge, a little different. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, lift the chest up. Bring your torso about 45 degrees forward. Inhale, launch off of your left foot, warrior one, with the hands bound behind the back. Good. Slowly descend the left foot back to the floor. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Open arm twist to your right. Reach right hand back, left hand forward. Descend the left hand down to the mat. Open arm twist once again. Right hand down. Now pause. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, straighten the right leg and fold. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Full crescent lunge, inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Lift the chest, broaden the shoulders. Bring the torso forward. Launch off of your right foot and come into warrior three, but keep the chest really broad. 2 more breaths. Wrap the outer right hip down. Ooh. And if you fall out of the pose, like I am, no big deal. Good. Bring the right foot down to the mat. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale, descend the right hand down. Reach the left hand nice and high. Exhale, left hand to the mat, pause. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, straighten the left leg and fold. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, step the right foot to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good, inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, reach through the heart. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. 3 deep breaths in down dog. Feel that you're beginning to build some heat. Inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step, jump, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Make your way through chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. Once again, 3 breaths. Send the heels back and down. Equally stick the butt up to the sky. Knit your lower ribs in. Inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step, jump, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. One more, sun A. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, jump, back of the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog, exhale. You'll notice that I often do cobra just because I'm trying to take care of myself. So, know that you should be doing the same thing. Give it 2 more breaths in this down dog. Wake up the legs. Good, inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step, jump, or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Nice, from here, bring the big toes to touch. Take right thumb into the right hip crease. Inhale, reach the left hand up and over. Exhale, hook the elbow at the knee and bring the hands to meet at heart center. Now as you pause here, squeeze the legs together. Drop the hips low and broaden the shoulders. Nice. On your exhale, forward fold. Hinge at the hips and pause. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Take the left thumb into the left hip crease. Inhale, reach right hand up and over. Exhale, hook right elbow at left knee. Bring the hands to meet at heart center. So the spine is long and the hips are certainly lower than the shoulders. The legs are squeezing together. And most importantly, you're breathing. Nice. Touch the hands down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Take a big inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high, bend your knee and open your hip. Now as you peel the hip open, send the left heel down, drive equally through the hands. Stretch the right leg long, dial the right hip down. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot to the outside of the hand. Bring the left knee down. Good. Step the left hand a few inches off to the left. Either take right hand to right inner thigh and press the knee open, or bend the back left leg and capture onto the pinky toe side of the foot. So as much as you want to let the hips sink down, you also want to feel this energy of firming the inner thighs towards one another. You can always bring the left forearm down to the floor. Give it a few more deep breaths. Very good. Take your right hand down. Tuck the left toes. Inhale, three-legged dog. Reach the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between the thumbs. Ground your left heel. And rise up into warrior two. Sit nice and low. Now let's interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Use your right hand to bring your left hand to your right hip. And see if you could wrap the left hand on top of the right thigh. From here, lower the right forearm down to the right thigh, or take the hand to the inner arch of the foot. But drive the left heel down and turn the chest open towards the sky. 3 more deep breaths. Sit a little bit lower. Good. Inhale, warrior two, arms to a T. Exhale, windmill down, plant the palms. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high, bend your knee, and open your hip. Lift, lift, lift through that outer left knee. Wake up the right leg, drive through the hands. Good, stretch the left leg long, inhale. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder, squeeze. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the hand, right knee down. Now as you step the right hand a little bit to the right, twist to the left, taking your left hand to inner thigh and pressing the knees slightly open. If you did so before, bend the back right leg, capture onto the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Equally pull your hand back into your foot. Drive the floor away. Open the chest to the sky. And most importantly, breathe as we get into these more stretchy postures in the midst of this flow. Good. Take your left hand down. Tuck your right toes. Lift off the knee. Three-legged dog. Reach the left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot in between the thumbs. Ground the right heel, rise up. Warrior two. Find a nice strong stride here. Interlace the hands behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades back and down. Now you're going to use your left hand to take the right hand to the top of the left thigh. And then once you're there, rest the left forearm down to the thigh or to the inside of the foot. So the arm is connected to the inner knee if you're doing that. And then tuck the hips under you as you roll the right shoulder open. Your feet are simultaneously reaching apart and pulling in towards one another, like you were going to crinkle up your mat. Take 2 more breaths. Drive through the right heel. Good. Inhale, warrior two, rise up. Exhale, windmill down, plant the palms. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot in between the thumbs. This time, rise up, full crescent lunge. Sit low into the right thigh and lift your hip points. On your exhale, wrap your left arm under your right and take your hands together for eagle arms. So lift the elbows up, press the forearms forward a little bit. Bring the torso 45 degrees forward. Inhale, launch off of your left leg and come into warrior 3 with the arms in eagle pose. Now, we're going to transition here, so listen carefully. Take right hand to right hip. Take left hand down to the floor underneath the left shoulder. Lift the left leg and reach the right hand high to the sky for revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Reach, reach, reach. How long can you be in the spine? 2 more breaths. Good, right hand down, standing splits. Point your left toes. Lift the left heel higher as you fold the torso over the right leg. Nice. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot in between the thumbs. Full crescent lunge. Establish the pose. Sit nice and low. On your exhale, wrap your right arm under your left arm this time for eagle arms. Lift the elbows up. Bring the torso 45 degrees forward. Inhale, launch off of your back right foot. See if you can square your hips and engage the lower abs. Strong legs. Good, left hand to left hip. Right hand down to the floor underneath the right shoulder. Reawaken your right leg, and then from there, reach the left hand high to the sky. Twist yourself towards the left, but let the legs be the powerhouse of the posture. 2 more breaths. Good, standing splits. Left hand down, point the right toes, lift the right leg high to the sky. Your legs are strong. Good, step the right foot back, plant the palms, plank pose, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Child's pose, drop the knees, sits bones to the heels, forehead to the mat. Take a moment in child's pose and just allow the temperature in the body to become a little cooler as the breath deepens. So although we've been flowing and working hard, we're also getting nice and stretchy. There's a good balance. Two more breaths here. Very nice. Inhale, rise up, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, release. Inhale, look between the thumbs. Exhale, step, jump, or walk, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands above the head. Exhale, hands through heart center, arms by the sides. Good, so we're going to find an interesting transition. Root through the left foot, bend your right knee, and capture onto the inner arch of the foot. Make sure the eye of the elbow is facing out. Now engage your glutes, send the tailbone down. Reach the left arm by the ear. Just for 5 breaths, begin to kick through the right foot, square the chest forward, and begin to lean the hips a little forward as you come into Natrajasana. 3 more breaths. Kick, kick, kick. Nice. Now, bring your knees back together. You got this. Draw the right knee up to the chest. Take left pinky fingers to right big toe. Either keep the knee bent or stretch the leg out long and reach the right hand back behind you. Broaden the chest, drive through the left heel, 2 more breaths. Good, come back to center, bend the right knee, plant the foot. Shake it out a little bit. Nice. Let's find the other side. So root through the right heel. Bend the left knee, capture onto the inner arch of your left foot. Drop the butt down and reach the right arm by the ear. Begin to kick through the left foot, coming into Natrajasana. So the power in this pose is in the kick of the foot and the beginning of leaning the torso forward or kind of folding at your hips. 2 more breaths. Good. Bring your knees back together. Pause. Don't come out of the pose. Draw the left knee up to the chest. Take right peace fingers to left big toe. Stretch the left heel forward if you can, and reach the left hand towards the back of the mat. You might struggle with balance at first, but just stay persistent with it as you drive the standing right heel down. Good. Bend the left knee, place the foot down, shake it out a little bit. Very nice. Stand to the top of your mat, close the eyes for a moment. So let's just come back into the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, and open mouth, release. Inhale, and open mouth, release. So we're going to start to move a little bit more into stretchy stretch. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Optional vinyasa or skip it. Upward facing dog or a cobra. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose. Outer right shin to the mat, left leg long. Take a big inhale, create some length in the spine. And then exhale, soften forward. Let your head be heavy and relaxed. And just explore the depth in this pose by way of the breath. So I want you to imagine that the breath was kind of like a vehicle driving through the body, bringing a little bit more insight and observation into each kind of specific area of the body and the sensations coming up in those spaces. Until you have this complete, whole bird's eye view of how it is to be in your body. Two more breaths. Good. As you feel ready, come back up onto the fingertips. Inhale, broaden the chest. Lean your weight into your right hip. Wrap your left leg all the way around and stretch the left leg off at a 45-degree angle. You're going to move the right heel a little bit more towards the groin. Flex the left foot, take left hand to left thigh, to left ankle, or bring the forearm down to the floor in front of the shin. Reach the right arm by the ear. If you happen to be able to grab onto the foot, capture the foot and then turn the chest open. If you're not quite there, I want you to continue to reach and then bend your right elbow and take the hand to the left side of the head and then draw chin slightly away from chest. And let your head just totally rest into the hand. And breathe into that depth of the side body. Very nice. Inhale, sit all the way up. Take the pinky toe side of your right foot into your left elbow crease. Get the leg up as high as you can. And then step the right hand off to the right and roll around in the outer hip, just massaging it out a little bit. Hello, hips. Good. Sit all the way up. Cross the legs, roll forward, and step back into downward facing dog. Let's inhale, come forward into a plank. This time, exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Now bring the legs out a little bit wider. Bend your knees, point your toes. Bring the big toes to touch. Now come up onto your fingertips, but step the hands a little bit wider. And then you're just gonna gently rise up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Imagine that one day you could lean the head back and your head would touch your toes. Someday. Good, exhale, come all the way down. Plant the palms, tuck the toes, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose. Outer left shin to the mat. Maybe bring the ankle forward a little bit. Inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, forward fold. And relax as you slow down the breath. If you ever want to let out an open mouth exhale or a sigh, that's totally appropriate. Are you clenching your shoulders? Are you allowing the thoughts to just navigate into kind of stressful patterns and narratives? If you are, just simply bring your awareness to that. You don't necessarily have to stop it. You just have to know and be in kind of the driver's seat of what you're doing. Otherwise, it turns that narrative into a reality. Three more breaths. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Lean the weight into the left hip. Wrap the right leg around. So your right leg is going to be at a 45-degree angle. And you're going to slide the left heel in a little bit. Now as you flex the right foot, take right hand to right ankle, or bring the forearm down to the floor in front of the shin. Reach the left arm by the ear. If you have the foot, capture onto it, and then turn the chest open. If you don't have the foot, bend the elbow, the left elbow today, and hold on to the right side of the head. Two more deep breaths. Nice. Inhale, come all the way up. Take the pinky toes out of the left foot into your right elbow crease. Step the left hand off to the left. Roll around in your outer hip. And just find the tender, sore areas and see if you can bring a little bit more opening into those spaces. Good. Inhale, sit all the way up. Stretch both of the legs out wide, about to a 90-degree angle or slightly wider. Flex the feet, pull the toes towards you. Take a big inhale, create some length in the spine. And then exhale, either stay seated long and upright, or forward fold, and just let your head be heavy. Two more deep breaths. Good. Inhale, sit all the way up. Cross your legs and just find a nice comfortable seat. So we're going to end in a slightly different way today. First, we're going to come into a twist. Take left hand to right thigh, right hand behind you. We've already done some nice twists today, so we're just taking kind of a more gentle seated spinal twist. Each inhale, you should feel that the crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. And each exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper. Good, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right hand to left thigh, left hand behind you, twist. Try not to roll back on the pelvis, but try to tilt the pelvis forward. Good, come back to center. From here, close the eyes and just settle yourself into a nice seated cross-legged pose. And we're just going to take about a minute to sit upright in more of a seated meditation before we transition onto the back into Shavasana. So even if the body feels like it wants to wiggle around more, do some back bends, I challenge you to just be in stillness and be right in this seat and totally content here, at least for now. Try not to run through the checklist, but just continue to remind the mind and the body that we're still in the practice. You can always move to that checklist in a few minutes. Good, as you feel ready, open the eyes. So I want you to make the decision if you want to now roll onto your back and come into Shavasana, or you can just continue to stay in this seated cross-legged pose. Whatever it is, you're just going to come right into it and settle right down and in. And today, for this class, I'm going to hold this space for us a little bit longer before I end the video. So just relax. There's nothing more to be done other than to rest. And I'll get us out in about 2 minutes. We'll spend about 30 more seconds here. So sometimes we just have to show up onto the mat and, not think too much about it and just move and breathe and stretch the body out. And that was today's intention. Working hard, just kind of getting through the stagnant feeling that often comes up for some of us in our lives today. So we'll close close this practice out now, and if you'd like to stay in your seated pose or on the back a little bit longer, you're totally welcome to do that. I really appreciate practicing with all of you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and this is the final practice in our 20-day challenge that really lasted about 35 days. But either way, we did it. Congratulations. And I'll see you next time on the mat. Namaste.